We were pleased to see an increase in the number of radio documentaries in this year's awards. And our first radio award is for Investigative Documentary. Florencia Melgar, journalist on the Spanish service of SBS Radio, examined The Other 9/11. On September the 11th, 1973, the presidential palace in Santiago of President Allende was stormed by armed forces led by General Pinochet. Rather than surrender, Allende made a final speech and then took his own life. These events started a 17-year chapter of repression, torture and murder. The Australian Secret Intelligence Service played a part, as this painstaking investigation discovered.
But Australia's spy presence in Chile continued, even after AIBs withdrew. Agents from ASIO, the Australian Security and Intelligence Organisation, which normally focuses on domestic security, were in Santiago well into Pinochet's reign, working out of the Australian embassy.
For BBC Radio 4's Face the Facts, presenter John Waite and producer Paul Waters highlighted the ordeal of the forgotten Filomenas, young unmarried mothers, who suffered abuse in mother and baby homes in Northern Ireland. The unmarried women were packed off to the homes after becoming pregnant. The death rate in one home reached an astonishing 45%.
Graves. There are a lot of people here. For instance, we have one grave where we have 429 babies recorded to the one grave. This grave was open for a long time. So the true number of actually the people who are buried here will never really be known. There would have been no headstones allowed. The babies were classed by the theology of the church of being pagan.
Radio New Zealand's Water Wars was the culmination of months of investigation after what was supposedly a local concern about dams and water quality grew into a national issue about the environmental damage the growing agricultural industry is having.
The first I ever knew about it was in 2012, and they put a map under my nose and I said, well, I'm underwater, and they went, yeah, as callous as that. And they told me, at that point, they told me they'd shift my house, and I've been trying to get them to put it in writing.
What's your thoughts about the whole process?
Disgusting. I don't know what else to say.
Human rights are held in high esteem in Hong Kong. Yet, when 23-year-old Owiana boarded a plane to fly home, her body was covered with wounds. Out of the 330,000 foreign domestic helpers in Hong Kong, she's among some who have suffered long-term psychological or physical abuse. RTHK investigated in Who Is There to Protect Owiana?
I have a wound here on my both arms. Mom always told me, don't argue, just keep silence.
These women here work 6 a.m. until 2 p.m. They're not provided with sufficient food. They are being hurt. Domestic workers rely on their employers while working. You put up with that kind of situation, or you pack up your things.
Most of the human trafficking victims in the Horn of Africa are Eritrean refugees who have fled their homeland to escape oppression. Yet, as they leave one problem, they fall victim to people preying on the vulnerable. Radio Sawa investigated.
نبيل فاضل رئيس المنظمة اليمنية لمكافحة التجار بالبشر في صنعاء.
في اليمن أكثر من مليون نازح من القمة الأفريقية ومهاجر غير شرعي. هؤلاء يتم استدراجهم بواسطة مكاتب استخدام بواسطة شركات وهمية على أساس أنهم بيحسنوا أوضاعهم.
Aya and Milad share a passionate love story that began in Tahrir Square in the middle of the Egyptian Revolution in 2011. 3 years on, they feel frustrated. They can't marry in Egypt because Milad is a Christian and Aya is a Muslim woman. Ali Gamal told the story for BBC Arabic.
لكن البعض فضل كتمان مشاعره إلى الأبد كطارق.
مراتي ست فاضلة ومنتقبة والحمد لله جابت لي ولاد أنا سعيد بيهم جدا وربنا يخليهم لي ويخليها لي وأنا عارف أنا بحترمها جدا وبعزها جدا ولكن ما أقدرش أقول لك إن أنا بحبها لكن البنت المسيحية اللي أنا